Mandie, and you probably recognize the wife spot, aka Caitlin. She is just the cutest. It's time. It's time for her to be here for a 5-week extension move up, okay? So, already before, we had done a video and we talked about her history of her hair and we colored her hair, but today it's all just about extensions. So, I'm gonna give you guys, in this video, more of some tips and tricks of how I like to do extensions, how I like to actually take off the tape off of the hair, put it in a brick layer section, and we're gonna just get moving right along. Her hair is just looking fab and it's growing, so we're so happy about that. But I do want to tell you, okay, when you have a client who is like, oh my gosh, my hair has been like chemical fried, okay, which was her situation back in the day. We've come a very long ways, but I want to show you how we can transform her hair and do what you feel like. I'll just tell you this, a woman's confidence is all in their hair. A lot of it is. Would you agree?
Yes.
She agrees. And so she does a lot of these extensions because she wants to feel confident in her hair as her hair is growing. Now I'll tell you, her hair has gone to a very good point and these extensions have helped them grow. Would you say your hair's grown a lot because of extensions?
For sure.
Yeah, I will tell you exactly why this helps her hair grow as we are going in between getting it to becoming alive, you know? So we're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna show you the first step we're gonna do is get right to how to remove the tape off of the actual extension weft. So let's get going. Okay, so we are here with our cute trays. We have Afton here, she works here. And we like to do this as a team because let me tell you what, if you're here by yourself putting in 3 bags of hair, normally, okay, we're real lucky today because we have Caitlin, the wife spot, who is a freaking bomb and came with none of this hair in her head. So she actually removed this on her own. And I always give my client the option. I always say, hey, I can remove the hair for you, but just plan on being in my chair for 3 hours with the move ups and all that stuff. It takes forever, huh, Afton?
Oh, it takes forever.
It takes forever when you're on your own. So that's why I like to hire out an assistant to help me with these things because we can bust this out in like an hour, so that's awesome. So I'm gonna show you how we remove the tape and then how we go in and put the tape back onto the hair. If you guys can see here on this weft, okay, we still have tape on here. Do you see how there's still tape left on here? The biggest trick, and you guys, I'm really excited to tell you because I really haven't done a lot of like extension, like give you a lot of tips on this. What I like to do is take a heavy duty foil. So these are foils actually just from like Costco, and I like fold them in half because if they're not heavy duty, this is just gonna kind of make the foil fall apart. So I like to put pressure onto the weft and I drag it off. And you see how that tape just comes right off like that? A lot of people do it different where they can take a towel at it and the towel just becomes so sticky. So what we like to do is I just like to take the pressure and drag it off just like that, and it gives it a good clean slate and it's not sticky anymore. So I'll tell you, a lot of times hairdressers don't do this. I've actually had a few clients come in with already like extension hair and they have like buildup of tape, and that's why a lot of the time these will fall out on people's hair. So a lot of people say, oh my gosh, they fall out, they slip so easy. Well, a lot of that goes into the removal of the actual tape from the weft, the products you're using on the actual hair, make sure it's sulfate free. So if you guys can see, I'm just busting through these. I will pull these apart, and that's, again, you guys, can you see why it would be so important to remove that tape? You have to take that off because if you go right on top of this and just put another piece of tape on there, your client's gonna be seeing you in just 1 week because they're gonna slip out really easy. As an extension specialist, I'll tell you, it's been a lot of work in progress trying to find the right way to do it. And I'm not gonna tell you your way's wrong because I don't think there's really a right or wrong way. It just kind of goes off of what has helped me. And I'm excited that I can be able to teach you guys that. So as I am removing the tape, I bring over the hair onto Afton's tray. And Afton, she goes right in and she adds the tape adhesive right back onto the weft. finished with the back, you guys, and we moved right along, and having Afton as an assistant was amazing. So now we're off to the sides. It is a real problem when you add 50 volume on top of blonde hair without Olaplex, and this is why we have a little sad moment going on with her hair, because it was chemically fried. So it's amazing that we have extensions to get her back to like a pretty state with her hair, and her hair has grown so much, you guys. It used to be little pokies. Let me show you the placement of where I like to add my extensions onto the sides. A lot of times, a lot of people forget the most important section of extensions, and I'll show you where that is. From the front to the back, we have this corner section, which is called the connecting section. This where the spot ends, it's right behind the ear, and if you want, you can kind of see the last section that I used right here. I like to go off of this section from the back and take it to the side. There are so many times I have seen extensions and they forget this little section right here, the connecting section, and that's where they have like this big hole or this big gap. So I want to tell you, do not forget about that little guy right there, because it's probably the most crucial spot to add an extension in when you're trying to connect it from the front to the back. All right, so around the hairline, you guys, you always have to make sure you leave out a perimeter, because you want to give room for her to ever throw her hair back. You want to be able to leave room for that. So that's why I'm going to take it right above the ear, and we do need to fill a lot of gaps, and so that's why it's very important. There's times where you are going to put hair that shouldn't necessarily be there or should be there. So you can customize your extension hair wherever you feel that it needs to go to make sure you're covering gaps. A lot of the time I have clients who have customized extensions. Like for one, Afton, she always puts them right here, right in the dead center front, and it's because she has a gap she has to fill. And that's totally okay to do something like that. So that's as far forward as I will go with those extensions. Now we're gonna move on up, and I'm gonna show you a brick layer placement here. So now what we have, what you can call is, there's so many different ways you can place that extension hair, you guys. You can do a staggered, you can do a brick layer, you can do a complete even line all across. What I like to do on people's hair that has a little bit of some short to long to gaps to all those things, I like to do a brick layer. So if you guys can see, the best way of doing this is you have two side by side, okay? So that's like an even line. Now what I like to do is take this section right above, and where these two are side to side, I go right up into the middle, and I put this one right on the middle, and this is what you call a brick layer section. So that way everything is even. So right here in the front section, as you guys can see, I have this on a diagonal and as an angle, okay? The reason why I don't have it this way is when you put it this way, it's gonna go just straight down, kind of square it off. Right here in the front, you want the hair to fall forward. So I like to go at a diagonal, and this will go ahead and bring all of this hair forward around her face and around her hairline, where she feels like she has a lot of hair right around the face. And I think that's the most important thing for extensions, is having hair around the face, especially in, Caitlin's situation. She really wants a lot of hair around that face because she has a lot of gaps there. So if we go here and bring that forward, as you guys can see, it's falling forward. So I want to show you guys a good example. If you pick up a section and you feel like that's a lot of her own natural hair, the best thing to do is take the rest of that hair and pick it up, because if you leave that in an extension, that's going to create some damage. lovers out there in the universe. We are finished with the wife spots hair. We're so happy about this always. So when you have a real life hair problem that happens to you, it really does kind of just throw you down the drain a little, huh? So she came to me a little while ago and was like, what do I do? What do I do? And we say, you know what? The great news is we have extensions to help your confidence, and that's okay. So we put her on some really good products for shampoo and conditioner and all that stuff like that to help her hair grow a little bit. But look how beautiful. You would never know this was fake hair, you guys. So we're so happy about the results. We love that we have this option. We love that Caitlin can walk out the door feeling like, oh, guess what? You guys didn't even know I had a little bit of chemical breakage. So that's the case, and she's beautiful, and we cut off 5 inches. Tell them what you've learned about extensions, what to not do and what to do.
My go-to is to definitely not wash them a whole lot. I wash them maybe 5 days a week. Okay, maybe once a week. And I use a lot of dry shampoo, and I only use that on my roots, not on the ends. And if I condition, I only put that on the ends of my extensions, never near the wefts, because I don't like them to slide out.
She's learned so much. She follows my rules, and that's what's important. I give my clients rules on what to do. And what brush do you always use?
My wet brush.
See, guys. And do you sleep on a cotton pillowcase or a silk pillowcase? Silk. See, guys? She follows my rules. Love her. So that's what makes beautiful hair stay beautiful. When extension hair, you still got to take care of it the same as regular, normal human hair. So you guys, I love that I can give you guys a little tip and trick. I gave you guys a lot of my little tricks with extensions today. Just the fact of taking off that adhesive off that weft helps a ton. And having an assistant on it's awesome. So be sure to follow both of my girls, Aston and the wife spot. We'll link all their info below, you guys. But thanks for watching today. Have a wonderful day. Be nice to people, compliment each other, love each other, and subscribe, because that's complimenting me. Hello. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.